there's now a mistrust of government institutions in many countries, a lack of trust in the establishment, quote unquote. Is that going to make it even harder for countries to be able to for governments to be able to mobilize themselves to tackle these big challenges? Or is the only possible reaction, in a way, the reaction that we are seeing in a number of countries, which is to say we're going to opt out and we're going to close our borders, even though we know that that's not going to actually help the people in the longer term? So how confident, how optimistic are you that countries will be able to rise to meet this challenge?
That's a difficult question, Masood, as you know. I think it was Bertolt Brecht who said, if the people is not satisfied with the government, change the people. Now, that doesn't work. And it's surprising that there are places, including in my home country, right, where you fear the worst and the worst doesn't happen. Right. Which is certainly a signal of the sagacity of the people. So I would remain optimistic, if only because of that. Yeah. Second, I think that because there are so many changes and this sentiment that there is an acceleration of changes and the feeling by some that they are left out, not involved, not concerned, not benefiting, there should be a combination of, number one, telling the truth about what the likely consequences are of certain policies, or what the negative impact of things that had been generally considered by conventional wisdom as good. That should be acknowledged, because you have to start with that and then allocate the resources and decide the policies that will actually help and try to adjust. So it's that process of acknowledging and then trying to find the remedies, which will be different depending on political affiliation, depending on ideological choices. But the fact that some regions and some industries have been massively disrupted and that some will continue to be massively disrupted, this is a fact. And I don't think that, not seeing the truth about it actually helps. So I would hope that policymakers have the honesty to recognize that and then to propose remedies in order to include people, as is called for by the G20. Yeah. Sustainable, balanced, solid, and inclusive growth. That needs to be delivered upon.